to the podcast.
Today is what?
Today is
What day is it today?
Me?
Yeah.
Friday the 11th.
Yeah.
What's the year? 1942?
No, 2022.
Okay.
Had to make sure.
You can hear us okay?
Tweet has gone out for the podcast. Tweet or tweet. Tweet or tweet or tweet.
Not picking up.
Talk straight into the mic.
I just did. Oh,
There you go.
There.
I might have
I
actually.
can't move my arm.
It could be the wire
Give me the mic.
around. Could be the wire.
Are we recording? Are we streaming?
Yes, Vanessa. Dun, 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 bum, bum, bum.
There we go.
Fine.
I'm picking up, right? Yeah. Okay. Perfecto. Wow, that's a lot more sensitive now.
I said I hear.
That song was stuck in my head for
I've been
like
listening to it
A
all
good
week.
hour and a half.
All week. When I take my hour drive home after work to work, that's what I'm listening to the whole way. 2 hours of my day, every day, are spent listening to that song.
Takes you an hour to get to work.
Traffic, my dude. If you check Google Maps, it says 32 minutes was with traffic. 26 minutes without traffic. But yet it takes me an hour. If I leave the house at 8:05, I'm screwed. I will not make it to work at 9. I have to leave at 8 or earlier.
Holy shit.
Yep. And it's a 26-minute drive.
Oh yeah, 26 minutes. When it takes you an hour. Nice. That
Thank goodness we're changing that soon.
that sounded like what's his name? There's an announcer on Ratchet and Clank.
Ooh, I just thought of something.
What'd you think of?
I should get a printer.
Don't you already have a printer?
I do have a printer. I do have a printer.
And
Well,
why are
the
you
dad
getting
gave
another
me.
I miss I miss that printer.
I still have it. It's not like I got rid of it.
And if she's getting a new one, then I mean, you can do it with 2 printers.
But wireless is definitely easier for our setup situation.
Dad's is wired.
Yes, it's a wired printer.
I didn't know that. I thought
I
it was.
could get a longer cable.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Longer cable, why?
Because where the printer is, it's far from the computers.
Is it close to the router?
No.
Yeah, get a longer cable.
Yeah. Could just get a longer cable.
Why does it need to be close to the router? Why does the router matter?
Because you can hook up the sorry. You can hook up the printer to the router,
Yeah.
okay? And any computer hooked up to that router can use that printer. Because it'll be a universal printer.
Oh, okay.
It's a network printer.
No,
I
it's
did not know
in
that.
it's in the office. The closet in the office has shelving on either side, and one of the shelves has an outlet literally right there. So I have it plugged into that outlet, sitting on the shelf. I was gonna say shitting, sitting on the shelf. So it's the perfect spot for the printer, literally perfect. It's just I'd have to run the Ethernet cable out of the closet and up
Yeah.
and around, and then connect to the computer.
Yeah.
Ethernet cable. What Ethernet cable?
Connect the Ethernet cable
To what?
to the computer,
To what?
to the printer, printer to computer.
It doesn't take Ethernet, does it?
Yes, it does.
That
That's how I've been using it.
The printer takes an Ethernet?
Yes.
Ethernet, not USB.
No, Ethernet.
Ethernet.
Oh, shit.
That's how I've been using it.
That little brother printer?
You didn't give me a brother printer.
The hell did I give you?
It's a gray printer. I don't remember the brand. Could be Canon. I don't remember, but it's not brother.
None of my printers ever used Ethernet. It was USB or Wi-Fi.
No, Dad. And this is an older printer.
I don't know what the hell I gave you.
I'll send you a picture later.
Where's
The
You
little-
gave me 2.
Yeah, the little small.
You gave me a small one,
Yeah.
but that one you said for me to use the other one first. before touching that one. So that one I'm storing in my bedroom.
You got the big gray one. The big gray one's a
big
Samsung.
One.
It's
Big
a
one.
Samsung.
Okay, Samsung.
Yeah.
It's the big one. That's with Ethernet. That's how I'm using it.
That sucker's Ethernet.
Yeah.
I threw out the color one.
Oh, did you?
The paired one that went with that one, I threw it out.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, I was tired of it.
Sheet.
What are you doing?
Shite.
Welcome to the podcast. We're talking about printers.
Yeah.
The Straight Shooters Printer Podcast.
Straight printer podcast.
What?
Are you
It started, yeah. We're talking now on it.
Welcome to the podcast. Was
are
that
you
not
guys-
clear
Are
enough?
you guys are you guys a Canon or a Samsung kind of person?
I'm brother.
No one's here?
That's a
Uh,
brand for
No,
printer.
your sister.
No one
Yeah,
here?
brother.
I like brother. I
You're
like
not.
brother the best.
Thanks. Appreciate that. Welcome to the podcast. Can't do it like you.
Welcome to the podcast.
And for the 57th week in a row, it's
Hoya,
Hoya, Hoya,
hoya,
Hoya.
hoya.
Hey, yeah. Hey, yeah.
Did you hit record?
Yes, I did. Did you hit record?
I
Yes, you did.
did,
I
I
heard
did.
you. I heard
7
you say.
minutes and 40 seconds ago.
Oh, look, I just got notification that says Straight Shooter Podcast is streaming. Just chatting. Just chatting.
Just cheating.
Welcome to Straight Shooter episode 110322 exclamation point link 3. Whatever that is.
Linktree.
Yeah, I set up the link tree.
Oh yeah, you told me about that, but I forgot already. I'm
So,
a little slow.
I have an idea.
No one's here yet.
What is your idea?
Here's my idea. My idea is... Actually, I might need to do a new one because I don't know what this... Oh, no, I can get rid of that. Okay.
If you okay.
Oh, it's a squeaky bicycle again.
It's the wagon wheels. Wagon.
How do you pick what sound you want?
You use a computer. It stays in there.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can you do a cricket sound?
That was a
That-
cricket
See,
sound.
it doesn't sound like
a
crickets. Thank you, Vanessa. You just proved my point. What did that noise sound like?
My squeaking.
Squeaking?
No, but her squeaking.
Oh, specifically yours. I said it sounds like a rusty bicycle. Yeah, it sounds like a
Or
rusty
like a
bicycle.
rusty wheelbarrow wheel.
Maybe you misunderstood what that sound effect was.
Really?
Yeah.
Would you rather have $1 million right now or $50 for every second that you sleep?
Can you repeat the question?
$50 for every second that I sleep.
Can you
Would
repeat
you-
the question?
Would you rather $1 million right now or $50 for every second that you sleep?
I would sleep all
Could
night.
you use the question in a sentence?
The question in itself was a statement,
I would sleep so long.
but
before
asked in
dawn.
the form of a question.
I don't know.
Smart people know the answer. So if you don't know, that says something. Because $50 every second that you sleep is passive income. Think about it. You don't have to do anything for that money.
Can you do crickets?
You're frying
Yeah.
my brain.
Because I'm stupid. This is what we do. Stupid people turn smart people stupid. But smart people cannot turn stupid people smart. That is very true, though.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is. Smart people will turn stupid around stupid people. But you can't turn a stupid person smart by just putting them in a room of smart people.
So, question.
Answer.
Do you watch other podcasts or listen to other podcasts?
Can you put that in a sentence, please?
Yes.
Yes, you do?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of podcasts do you listen to?
Joe Rogan.
Absolute shit shows.
Absolute shit shows.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's not an actual podcast. Okay, so I listen to the Misfits podcast, but I also listen to Adam22 on No Jumper, Joe Rogan, Steve-O's Wild Ride. Steve-O does a podcast. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know.
Yeah, where he's on a tour bus, and he just like invites people, like just random like celebrities and stuff, obviously, but just it's almost like drawing names out of a hat. It feels Because one day he'll be on a podcast with, I don't know, Mark Henry, and then tomorrow he's on the podcast with
Rihanna.
Yeah, like it's just random people. Like it's random people, but it's cool. But the Mrs. podcast is probably the best one I listen to, in my opinion. Sorry?
We still have 0 views.
No, we have one viewer. I don't know who the viewer is, but we have one viewer.
It's us.
Oh.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
So I listen to a scary story podcast. So it's all about stories. Like this podcaster, I guess, used to tell stories that he would find online. But now, every week, someone sends him like a scary story that happened to them. And he shares the story.
So he's the one that reads it. Like people don't like.
Yeah.
Tell
They
their own
don't. No.
stories.
They don't come on. They submit it. They can include their name if they want to, but most people are anonymous.
Yeah.
And he just shares the story with his like twist on how he tells the story. Like, you know how some people just are really good at telling stories
Yup.
and other people's aren't. Other people's
Other people's not so good. When them tell story mixing no less sense than others.
I watch a girl on Facebook that tells stories as well.
yeah, like
what-
scary stories.
Yeah, what's her name again?
Does she have a bunny?
So it's not a podcast. It's more.
What?
It's more of her live recording of Facebook.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
What's it called? Live stream.
Yeah, she's live streaming it.
And then
Yeah.
it just saves it and plays it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's her name again? Go ahead, continue your story. I'll try to remember her name.
Oh no, it's not really a story, but I just wanted to know what like you guys like if you guys just did. If you guys just got the idea to start the podcast and do a podcast, or if you were already watching podcasts and invested into other podcasts.
Like I told you on the first podcast, what pushed me more to say yes, that we're gonna do it
Yeah.
was that one guy I told you.
Oh yeah.
I can't stand him, but he started a podcast to voice his opinion about certain people,
Yeah.
right? And I thought to myself, if this shit can do it, so can I,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right? So, I mean, it's just we're here talking, whatever. It'll get recorded, and whoever wants to listen, listens. That's it, right?
Yeah.
And hopefully we hit a nerve.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it. Hopefully I hit a nerve, right?
Guaranteed we've already hit at least one nerve with some of the things we talk about. 100%. 100%. Because we've already spoken about a lot of controversial. Yep. We've already spoken about a lot of top. Wow. Holy
We've been talking about this one for a long time.
yeah. I can't even talk about it. It just won't come out. Anyways, the Misfits
again.
do something like what we do, where they do a podcast one day of the week, but it's every week, and they do it in like an episodic,
That's what we do.
that they do that as well. But I started watching them at about episode 13, something around there. They're at 150 now.
Holy
What are
shit the balls.
But you should see their setup.
For me to mute the microphones and everything.
You should see their setup.
What's their setup?
Like they have a big ass table, and there's like everybody's got their own individual mic stands. They have a display of like their sponsors, because they're sponsored by a few different people. Like they're sponsored by like Gamer Sups, and then they'll get sponsored by like Manscaped and things like that. And they have like different setups of who they're sponsored by. So like the Gamer Sups, they'll have like a pyramid of like that gamer juice, and then like the Manscaped stuff, they'll have like a few tennis balls, and then like a razor on top, and then they have like a screen up here. Hold on.
I just got that.
Yeah. And then they'll have like a screen up here, because the camera's facing this way, but they have a lot of different cameras, like your idea with the panning of the cameras. So they have a screen up here that shows them all of their subscribers, their Patreon subscribers, like all of that, and it's just like it's like credits. The list just keeps on scrolling, and they have like a bunch of LEDs around. Like there's a whole room dedicated to this podcast, but it doesn't feel like a room. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just really cool. Like, just like the ambient lighting and everything. Like, they really designed this shit, like, well.
It's
pretty
cool to
cool.
look at the other podcasters and like get inspiration on. Although the scary story person that I watch, it's not like a live podcast. His is recorded in advance, and he uploads once a week, and
Yeah.
it's like there's no video. It's just audio.
Oh,
So
okay.
you just
Well-
listen. Like it's not like he upload. It's not like he uploads it to YouTube, and like it's his face. Like it's just on Spotify, and you just listen. Like there's no video.
The Misfits podcast started originally as an only audio experience, and then they upped it for the uploading
Mhm.
everything to YouTube and this and that or whatever, because people were saying you guys should just, like, even if you guys don't try that hard, just put a camera. And they were like, okay, you know what, whatever. And then it just went full on production. Now they get more views on YouTube than all other streaming platforms put together. Like now their podcast is mostly YouTube focused.
Oh,
Because
people
of
like
that.
the face to the name. People like being able to see your live reactions to things or whatever.
Yeah.
Like people like that.
And they talk about a lot of controversial shit as well.
You can't say that word.
I
You
can't. My
cannot say
mouth.
that word.
It's just not working.
Controversial.
Controversial. But
He did it, ladies and gentlemen. Can we get an applause? Can we get an wow? Look at him go. He's growing up.
see,
He's growing up.
see what I mean? See what I mean? The proof is in the pudding. If you put a stupid person in a room of smart people, they don't turn smart.
What?
Because you guys are smart and I'm stupid. You put me in a room with you
But
guys,
you
it
just said the
doesn't
word.
change my intelligence.
But you just said the word.
doesn't mean that I'm going to be able to say it when I'm out of this room. As soon as I leave the room, the knowledge of being able to say that word goes with me. But we turn. Like,
we hope,
I go
we hope it
straight.
goes with you.
I go
No,
straight.
does it
no,
stay
no.
here?
They leave
No,
the
no.
room and they go like this.
Like, you know the scene with Paul Walker and Vin Diesel when they're on like that highway and they both split ways and oh, I see you again. The same thing. Same thing.
Except you won't see it again.
But I'll never. Done.
So the word controversial, you're comparing to Paul Walker
And Vin Diesel.
No.
That's it. Everybody
No.
hates you now.
My
Nobody wants to see you on the
relationship-
show again. Nobody wants to see you on the show again.
My relationship with the word controversial will be like that meme with Paul Walker and Vin Diesel where they're like on the highway and they split. That's like me and the word.
Everybody hates you.
Yeah,
What
we
does
just
that
part
word even
ways.
mean? What does that word even mean?
Controversial?
Yeah.
Oof.
I don't know how to explain it, man.
How
I
would,
don't think
how
about
would
it.
you explain that?
Controversial is if someone says, if you're talking about something that's controversial. See, now you made me stupid.
See? My
if
point.
hold on, if you say something that's controversial, you're talking about a topic where your view is different from what everybody else views it as. So, like, if you say,
A controversial topic, if you're saying something controversial, not everyone's going to agree with you.
yeah, like if you're saying, oh, my favorite food between hot dogs and hamburgers is hamburgers. I love hamburgers. And you're just going to talk about the fact that hamburgers are the best, and this is why I think hamburgers are the best. But everybody else says, no, hot dogs are the best.
Yeah, no, don't harm animals, or you're killing cows, or no, hot dogs are the best. No, chicken nuggets are better. No, even the chickens are dying
No,
for the chicken nuggets.
lettuce.
That's what controversial means. All you do is you brought up a point or your opinion, and it started a bunch of shit.
Yeah,
That's controversial.
because everybody has different opinions on it.
That makes sense.
And theirs are right and yours is wrong.
Yeah,
That's controversial.
Can
yes.
I check
Let me search the actual definition
Yeah.
to this.
Watch, we're completely wrong.
Yeah, like watch is like a topic or thing with
Right.
various opinions that
Let
cause
Aaron-
outrage.
Let Aaron look it up. We'll find out next week.
No,
Oh,
you know why
if
I you
can
know why
even-
I don't
if
search
I can
it?
even spell it.
You know what? The definition online might be more complicated to explain to her than our like explanation. Because sometimes I look up a definition on Google or something, and I don't understand what the definition says. I don't understand it. They use bigger words than the word that I'm searching.
Yeah, holy shit, that was hard to read.
Controversial
So I just searched controversial, which by the way, I did
You
not.
just said it wrong again.
I was about to say.
Controversial.
Definition of controversial.
Giving rise or likely to give rise to public disagreement.
Huh?
Giving. Say it slower, man.
Giving rise or likely to give rise to public disagreement. So it's likely to cause
A disagreement.
a disagreement.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like, okay, what's your favorite color?
Pink.
Well, no, that's wrong. Because mine is blue. And I know that my favorite color is blue. So that, how is yours pink?
When did
What's so good about pink?
When did you pick your color blue?
before you were even born.
No, wait. It has to be under 4. It has to be under 4.
Now Linda's gonna cry.
It has to be under 4.
No, it was before you were born.
No, it wasn't.
Oh!
No, you know what? I'm
Oh my
retracting.
God.
I'm retracting my initial statement.
You have to loosen it before you move it up and down, eh?
How do you loosen it? Is it here? Is this what loses the?
Is this what loosens the up and down?
I just said, is that what loosens the up and down motion? I don't know.
Not with you today.
How do you loosen? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna give up on that one. No, it's not okay.
Not everybody
the
knows.
the controversial conversation on what makes mic stand go up down.
Okay, you know what? Just to prove a point here.
But the important question is, when did you choose your color?
When did you choose that? It has to be under. It has to be under.
Hold on.
Controversial.
It's controversial, not soul.
Yeah, that's what you're
Controversial.
saying. You're wrong
No, I said controversial, and Dad
No.
said controversial.
because he's making fun of you.
Oh, I
Because
thought you were
you've
trying
been
to say-
saying.
No, because I've been trying to say controversial, but my mouth doesn't work.
We know.
No, you
You've been
don't.
making it.
No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. You don't know what's going on in my
It
brain.
doesn't have a head.
Well, I picked my favorite color before you, so I disagree.
What age though? It has to be under 4.
I mean, for what? 4 years? 4 months?
Yeah, 4 years old.
4 years. It
I
can't
don't
be 4.
know.
It has to be under.
I don't know.
So
All that
how old
matters
were
is
you
that
when you picked your favorite color?
all that matters is that I picked that color before you were born. Therefore, your argument's invalid.
It's controversial.
Listen.
Controversial, Dad.
Really.
If you pick your favorite
It's
color
gonna be a long
after
drive home.
4, it's not your favorite color. If you pick your favorite color after 4, it's not your favorite color. Your favorite color is before 4.
It's before 4, not
Actually,
after
I don't
4.
think I had a favorite color until I was like 20.
I didn't know what the hell colors were at 4, though. I just... No, like
You don't know what colors are now.
I know what they are now. I know what they are now. I just didn't know what they were when I was 4. I don't know how you knew what they were when they were 4.
Of course I know what they were when I was 4 because I have a bigger brain.
You may have a bigger head, but I don't know about a bigger brain.
Oh my god. I cannot tonight. Yeah, I coughed up my lungs, so what?
Holy shit. That was gurgly.
I've been gurgly. With the freaking weather, my allergies, my asthma, my everything has been so up and down.
Yeah.
It thaws, it freezes, it thaws, it freezes, you get sick.
It's so like
But
I
it's
cannot.
COVID. It's COVID. It's not
The
the
thing
weather.
is, I haven't
Controversial
been,
topic.
I haven't been like sick. Like it's not. I don't think it's that. It's just all the phlegm and the.
Hey,
Ugh.
speaking of which, yesterday I was watching a bunch of YouTube videos, I think on the game Infected.
Okay.
Oh! Okay, I remember exactly who it was. But I don't want to say who it was.
Okay.
So, I'm watching through his videos, and on this particular video, which was only a day or two after the previous video, his voice was totally different.
Okay.
He sounded very sick.
Yeah.
Okay, so I said, okay, sounds different. He sounds sick. And then 15 minutes into the video, he mentioned why he sounded the way he did. He said it was allergies.
Yeah.
There's the time, this and that, blah, blah, blah. It's allergies. And then he goes, I did take my COVID. Oops, sorry, I'm not allowed to say that. I did take my test, and it came back negative. Why was he not allowed to say COVID test?
It's not that we're not allowed. This was on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
So it's not that we're not allowed to say it. You can say it on YouTube, but your videos get flagged, and they start using it for like they. You know how on. I don't know how much you're on Instagram, but on Instagram, if you make any assumption, towards COVID.
You could pretty much have the letters
has-
19 in your bio. Like,
It
in
has
anything.
a COVID tag on it.
Yeah.
And you didn't give permission for it, but it's there.
Oh.
Yeah.
It automatically does it. You could just say the C word and it pops up.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the same thing with YouTube. They're doing the same thing. So people are avoiding saying it to have their videos flagged where, like, if I make a video on Farming Sim 22, I want my video to be on Farming Sim 22. If I say the word COVID once in my 30-minute video, it's going to go on COVID-related videos.
Yeah.
I don't want that. Because you don't have control over what I'm tagging my videos as. But if you mention it, it's automatically...
But who gives them the right to do that?
It's their app.
It's their app.
It's their
It's same as
service.
Instagram. You're using their platform. They can do what they want.
Yeah.
It's their platform.
It's one of those things where if you don't like it, just take it down then. Like, if you don't like it, delete the
If
post.
you want something in your control, make your own app then.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is.
So people have been avoiding using that word. A couple of mine got flagged in 2020. That's when all the stuff started happening. And I mentioned it a few times in my videos, and my videos got flagged as COVID.
So
Like
I
COVID-related videos.
So I shared a couple of videos of people being bombed in Ukraine. Live videos. Yeah.
Okay.
The day he attacked. The day he
I don't know
attacked.
why that was funny
Okay.
to us.
The first 12 hours. I started seeing bling, 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 people posting, right?
Yeah.
And I would share that to my family and friends so they can see what the fuck is going on in Ukraine. It's wrong, right?
Yeah.
You know that 3 of the videos got taken down? And I got flagged for it, and I went to go read the flag. You know what it said? That they took down the video because I am publishing or I am forwarding misinformation. I'm there. What? What? That's not going on right now?
Yeah.
How's that false news?
Yeah.
And who the fuck flagged me?
Yeah. No.
Our fact checker.
Facebook flagged you.
Yeah.
Not an individual person. It was
Yeah,
Facebook.
you don't
Our
report
fact
everything.
checker said that you're I don't know what it was.
Misleading?
Yeah, false news and whatever the fuck it was. I got pissed. I didn't make this video up.
Yeah, it's not your video. You're just reposting it or sharing it or whatever. So the fact that you're getting the notification to begin with is stupid.
How am I
I guess because they're...
How am I misinforming somebody?
I guess because you are adding to spreading it to new eyes.
People
and ears.
need to know.
Yes, I'm not disagreeing with you.
The news do it,
Yeah, I'm not.
and they fucking lie.
Yeah,
I'm not lying. Putin bombed a fucking innocent country
yeah,
while they were asleep.
yeah.
How cowardly is that? So I go to share that going, and I know the 3 videos were at nighttime.
Yeah.
Okay, one lady had her phone out, videotape, goes, what's that noise? What's that noise? What's that noise? A fucking jet flew in and bombed the house right next door to them. It was nuts. That got taken down, and some other ones at nighttime. So the guy gets up at 2 o'clock in the morning, decides to bomb a country while everybody's asleep. But yeah, my shit was wrong.
Yeah. They're trying to control what kind of... It's the same thing with the convoy. They were only letting out certain bits of information because they wanted to narrate their own...
Oh, yeah.
You
yeah,
know?
You know
that's
what?
That's exactly what it is.
You really
Listen-
just summed that up. They want to create their own narrative.
Yeah.
So what the news was saying the convoy was doing was such fucking bullshit. It was to put already the bad in people's mind before they even made a decision.
Yeah.
They made it look bad. Whatever.
They're just stupid people.
Whatever. I learned already not to believe the news. Not to believe the news.
There's only us here.
That's right. But yet I got like 8 people watching me apparently laugh my eyeballs out. Every other video has 0 views.
It's because you cried.
Oh, that clip.
Yeah.
It's because you cried.
Can I see that clip?
Voice went so high.
I want to see Dad cry.
You can watch it
on
later.
the inside.
You can watch it. No,
Inside.
he cried. He definitely cried, girlfriend.
He cried on the outside. Those were not inside tears. Those were outside tears.
I never thought Dad could cry.
Oh, he cried.
Yeah,
he
but
didn't.
it's,
He didn't. No, okay. He didn't cry like
Have
sad
you ever
cry.
have you ever seen me stub a toe?
You don't cry. You
Niagara
scream.
Falls, man. I'm telling you.
nah, he just screams like aggressively.
I cried yesterday when I saw the gas price go up.
I bet.
I cried.
No, Dad's just like, oh,
Dad says smoke.
oh.
That's when I stubbed my toe.
Yeah, that's a stub toe.
Okay.
I would like to
Oh
get your attention.
Oh my, the pain. No. That's Dad. Yeah.
Oh, I was just having a flashback.
Let's go back to the time where Dad stubbed his toe last week. Cue the noise. Cue the noise.
No, but then we all gotta pan up to the top left, as if that's where it is. We're all looking at the same picture.
We need to put a sign there that says, look here.
Yeah,
Look here on cue.
yeah. Like, and whenever you tap that, we all look there. And people in the chat, what are you guys looking at? We don't even know.
One time,
That was a Family Guy scene episode. Where
What?
so they were cueing a flashback, and they were all looking there. And then I don't know who it was. I think it might have been Lois. And she's like, what are we looking at? And he's like, I don't know, but we're cueing a flashback. And they all looked.
No, I didn't. I'll be honest. They took Family Guy off of Netflix, and I just don't remember anything.
They're taking Dirty Dancing off of Netflix.
They're probably putting it on another platform.
Yeah, I
Have
was
you
gonna
watched it yet? Have you watched it yet?
Me? I watched it a long time ago.
Have you watched it?
Nope.
You gotta watch that fucking movie, man. Before
I
they take it
watched
off. What about that other one I give you guys?
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh fuck.
Yeah,
You
I haven't
you
watched
gave
it
to
yet.
her.
Yeah, you gave it to me. I haven't watched it yet.
I did say it'll work on your PS3 or PS4. So
I
give me
haven't given it
Where
to
is it?
him. It's in my room. I haven't given it to him.
Okay.
guys, can I get your attention?
You can. You have.
Okay, so Dad, one morning when we were talking about him stubbing his toe, Dad one morning really hurt his back because he thought he saw smoke on the bed while he was sleeping.
Oh
What?
fuck, man.
He can
That
tell
was
the
last
story
week? That was last week?
now. Yes. Cue the story.
She's like, he can tell the story now. There you go.
Tell the story.
You have your entrance.
Last week I woke up. All I did was open my eyes, and the room was very smoky. So I thought the house was on fire. But I didn't hear no noise, nobody talking, and it was like 9:30 in the morning, something like that. So I usually hear them in school talking to the teacher,
Yeah.
dogs making noise. Somebody's always making noise at that time. I open my eyes, everything's so cloudy, so smoky. I hear no noise. I'm there. Fuck, the house is on fire. I jumped up.
Mom was right there.
You guys don't want to know.
It was 9:30 p.m. not a.m.
No, it was AM. It was AM.
Oh,
Watch, it
was
wasn't even
Yeah.
9:30. It was like 2.
No, it was 9:30.
Okay.
And I can't finish the rest. It was so stupid.
I really thought he cried.
The adrenaline kicked in. I jumped out of bed. I ran across the office. And when I finally came to my senses that, okay, everything was fine, everything was perfectly normal, the pain kicked in.
Yeah.
But it didn't kick in gradually. It's not like the adrenaline left slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
E-
And I didn't have no shots on my shoulders, nothing in my back, nothing. No Tylenol, no nothing.
That was like a okay. That's what
Yeah.
that was.
Wind knocked out of you kind of moment.
Yeah, that was bad.
Why did you think
What did everybody say?
Wasn't yeah.
What was everybody's
no one-
response to you getting up like that?
Christina was concerned, but no one else cared.
Christina was
What
right,
did
like,
she say?
what the
I don't
hell was
remember.
that?
I was like, what happened?
What is it? I forgot to lock the truck.
Gas prices.
I really had to pee.
Oh, me and Sasha joke about gas prices all the time.
It's not a joke.
No, but like she'll be like, hey, what are you doing right now? And I'll be like, oh, nothing. And then she'll like call me and we'll FaceTime, and then she'll be like, oh, what's wrong? Is everything okay? And I'm like, no. She's like, what's wrong? And I'm like, have you looked outside? Gas prices. And she's like, oh, the gas prices.
But it is true. It's not a
But-
joke.
But we've been
I'm
joking
gonna have to
about
sell
this.
my car soon.
We've been joking to afford the gas, but we've been joking about
That was
You're not even going to get a mortgage for the house. You cannot afford a mortgage for a house, but you can afford a mortgage for fuel.
We're gonna need mortgages for fuel.
Yeah.
Need to start applying for loans.
Guys, I have a few questions.
So do I.
3 questions, okay?
I have a lot of questions.
It's like
Yeah.
it's like last year minimum wage went up $1 to 15, right? But yet in the last month alone, okay, it's like you're getting $4 an hour now because if you can't afford the fuel.
Not
Yeah.
even.
If you're driving,
Right
you're
before
working for free.
COVID,
So
right
COVID-
before.
Yeah, so exactly. So all the COVID hikes, because lumber went up 3 or 4 times the cost.
Oh yeah.
A sheet of plywood went from $25 to $99 and up to $115.
Yeah.
Okay, which is 4 times the cost of regular whatever it was.
How's it going? Maybe
Everything went up for who?
Hey, maybe I.
Maniacs. Yeah, he was on earlier. I said hi. And what is it with the? What is that? What
It's a
is that?
zombie saying
Zombie.
hi.
So,
Hi, zombie.
It's like,
Is this a zombie apocalypse?
so yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. We raised minimum wage. But they knew this was happening.
No,
so
but-
they raised minimum wage, but yet, literally speaking, if you do the math, okay, you got raised $1, but now they're taking you back 5.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when I when I first started working at my job,
so you might as well just not have
minimum
gotten a
wage
raise.
minimum wage was $11 when I started working at the clinic. It was $11. So that was in 2014. Up until COVID, right before COVID, it went to $15. So in
A matter of so many years.
in 5-6
Yeah.
years, it went up only
$1 a year.
$4.
Yeah.
Okay. But the prices were already going up even before COVID.
Yeah.
But it only went up $4. COVID hits, it stays at $15.
Yeah.
But everything else is going up.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
stays at $15.
Yeah.
And then only end of last year?
Yeah.
They said we're going to start at $15.25. So instead of it going up the normal dollar,
Yeah.
they
Well,
only
25.
put it up 25 cents.
We'll
So the thing
flick
is-
we'll flip
so-
you a quarter.
Yeah, so they're making you happy, but still holding you down.
Yeah.
It's not even making-
Psychologically, it's a mind game because they're making you see the dollar signs. Oh yeah, but they're still holding you down.
Yeah.
Going, yes, I'm giving you more, but you're still gonna give it back to me.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
funny. They raised it by a quarter, yet they raised gas by more than 2 quarters per liter. So if you have an 80-liter tank, or like the Ford does, like an 180,000-liter tank, you are #screwed.
It is funny too because I was talking to Sam and Kelly today, and we were saying how all the prices for everything is going up. Housing costs, food costs, everything is going up right now. However, they have taken out the cost for stickers for your car.
Yeah.
They've taken that out. And insurance prices have more or less stayed the same. Still expensive, but they've more or less stayed the same. And costs of cars have more or less stayed the same. It's gone up a little, yes.
You don't know what
But
that is?
compared to how much everything else has inflated,
Irresistible.
those have only a little bit. Only a little bit. Why?
No one's driving.
Well, no. Now people are going to start boycotting to drive because of gas
Wait.
prices.
You have, to
What?
understand, you have to understand something. In the last 2 years, I know 3 body shops that I drive by on a regular basis.
What state are you from?
Before COVID, those body shops were slam packed. They couldn't even close the gates. That's how packed they were with work. Okay? During COVID, the pounds have been bone dry
No,
Yes,
and
it
I
is.
understand that part. I do.
Yes, it is.
for
But
2
it's,
years.
It's multiple
I like to
reasons
believe
that
it is.
people are not driving. It's
Holy shit, that's
yes,
embarrassing.
Yes, like people are not wanting to drive because of everything also going up, whatever. And now with gas prices, people are really going to start boycotting. But
No one's gonna boycott. We need to, but nobody will.
Nobody will.
All these little fucking little
It's-
shits.
it's the easiest way. It is the easiest way for the government to make money.
So apparently
were
South
talking
Carolina's minimum wage
It
is
is.
$7.25.
Fuel is the easiest way to make money.
No, that's not what I was saying. The cars in general are the easiest way for the government to make money because we were
Yes.
talking about. So I can't remember who was sharing a story on someone getting a ticket or whatever, blah blah blah, and we got into the conversation of how much having a car can screw you in terms of money, in terms of the government, in terms of how many ways a car can screw you, and I was basically telling Sam and Kelly that is the easiest way for the government to make money. If you were 10 kilometers over the speed limit, you're getting fined. Who does that pay? The government. all the sticker. Although I don't know anybody else that has a fucking sticker for their plates that has to get renewed every year. It's only us.
No, lots of states. There's states.
They have
that-
stickers too.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Not
dumb.
every state and not every province.
Okay, well,
It's
it's the dumbest. It's the dumbest thing.
What did maybe I say?
I said that South Carolina's minimum wage is apparently $7.25.
Okay, but their cost of living is cheaper than us.
But still, like $7.25.
But
Holy
that's
shit!
why they're about to have a war there because their fuel is more expensive than ours right now. So how the fuck are
yeah.
they gonna buy fuel at $7 an hour?
Yeah, $7.25 an
States-
hour, but it's like $5 a gallon.
$8. It went up to $8 a gallon.
Holy shit!
That's $2 a liter. We're almost at $2 a liter.
Holy shit!
Listen,
We're
listen,
about the same. We're about the same right now.
Yeah. American fuel and Canadian fuel's always been within a dime, the same price. It's just that they're in gallons and we're in liters.
Yeah.
Okay? But we make $15 an hour. They only make $7. So they have a right to complain about the fuel.
Yeah.
Because their fuel's the same amount as us.
Yeah.
I'm
give or
not
take a
trying to
few
compare,
cents.
but their money also goes in different places compared to our money. Because our money is going to so many other things, we don't have the money to pay for our fucking gas, even though we make $15 an hour.
That would be the same thing as if our fuel cost us $2.16.
Because 3 months ago, I was on a call with the Sawyers. I was on a call with them.
We pay 13% tax. It used to be 16 or 17, right?
I think
I don't know.
15. 15 or 16, whatever the hell it was.
Yeah,
it was
maybe.
16.
Yeah. They only pay 6?
I don't know. Each state there is different.
Every
I don't
state-
know.
What's your federal tax?
It's like here, though. Like, everybody pays a different tax. Like, Alberta's, I think, only 8%.
Yeah, like natives don't pay tax.
Only Ontario pays HST. Every other province is federal tax. We have HST.
Yeah.
Every other province only does 8%. Maybe Axe. How much tax do you pay?
I don't know. I could search it.
Where's he from?
South Carolina.
South Carolina.
So yeah, they're $7 an hour, whatever it is. I think they pay 6% tax.
6%.
Yeah, 6%.
6%. Wow.
But it
We're-
also
we
all
pay
goes
13.
to different things, right? So, like, our housing cost is ridiculous. We're paying, these gas prices, whatever. All the prices are different here. For them, yes, their housing is cheaper, whatever, but they pay out of the ass for health insurance. Like,
Hey, we're almost in the same boat. Our OHIP doesn't cover what it used to.
I know that.
We're
And it
almost
is
there,
coming out
too.
of our taxes, so we're still technically paying for it. But we're still paying less than what they pay for health insurance.
Listen,
I mean, realistically,
And hold
you guys-
on, their health insurance is still different than ours, Dad, because if we go to a hospital, right, if we need to get an x-ray or whatever, that stuff is covered.
Yeah.
For them, their health insurance, they're paying $500 to $1,000 per month for
Yeah,
insurance,
yeah.
but they still have to use a $10,000 deductible for their health insurance to kick in.
Yeah.
It's not immediate.
Yeah.
So they still have to spend $10,000, or sometimes it's higher,
Yeah.
but I'm using that as a
An
general.
example.
$10,000 for a deductible for their insurance to kick in for them to pay 25%.
Yeah.
Like, it's dumb. Healthcare here is a money grab.
Yes. So I think everywhere is.
Everywhere, yeah.
So-
It's just we do it in different ways in every place.
Okay, so hang on a second.
on the camera, you look like you were spitting some heavy bars.
So
Yeah, you were like, every other place it is too.
when I was a kid, OHIP covered everything: blood tests, medication, my stays at the hospital. I spent 3 days at the hospital. It came out to $890. I saw the bill because my mom had to sign the bill for OHIP to pay it.
Yeah.
Okay, now it's not like that. Now you have to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
I think you got to pay for half. Now whatever.
You have to pay
So-
for the bed. If
so-
you're taking up space, you have to pay for it.
So times back then were a lot different than they are now. I don't know why they're cutting so much.
They cut so many costs, yet we owe so much.
Oh, so what I was gonna say,
As a country, we owe so much money.
3 months ago, I was on a call with the Sawyers, and I was filling up my gas. I'm like, holy shit, like it's going up, and this is before it hit the $1.80 that it did the other day.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit, gas is so expensive, and they asked like, how much is your gas? And I said, well, it's $1.50 per liter. And they're like, oh, well, we do gallons here. I'm like, okay, well, there's almost 4 liters in a gallon, so do the math. So they told me how much they pay. I can't remember how much they said that their average is to fill their tank. They told me how much they pay, and then I told them how much I paid to fill my tank, and I paid almost double than what they paid. And that was 3 months ago. Now they're from Oklahoma. That was 3 months ago. If it's gone up for them that much, like it's going up for us.
There's some states that are at or a little over $8 a gallon.
Yeah, so it
That's
depends
nuts.
too. Like it depends on where you are.
Yeah, like $8 a gallon is $2.16.
Ralphie May a few years ago did a skit where he was shitting on $2 a gallon. Like he fucking freaked out with the $2 a gallon. Imagine 8 now.
Yeah.
Dad,
Aviac said it was 10 grand for having a kidney stone
for
with
one of the
no
sounds,
insurance
can you
around
go
the
dun,
year
dun,
2000.
dun?
What?
For one of the
Wow.
sounds, can you go dun dun dun?
I don't know what that is.
Do you know from experience?
I'm assuming that's what he's saying.
Yeah, like did you have to?
dun.
How do kidney stones
Oh,
work?
I don't have that. Not well.
Okay.
Yeah, he's speaking from experience.
Wow.
10 grand.
I have 3 questions.
What is a kidney stone? Am I stupid for not knowing that?
It's a stone in your kidney. And they either have to break it up with sound waves, radiation waves. They have to break it up, or you have to pee it out.
It's it happens. It's an
Yeah.
imbalance in your kidneys, and it starts to
What is it
form
made
these
out of, though?
crystals.
But what is it made out of?
Lime or calcium or something.
I think I can't remember exactly. Search it, but the imbalance forms these crystals, and sometimes they're small enough that they're like there's
What
there's
hurts? What hurts the most is when they move.
no mover when you have to push it out.
No.
It's made of calcium and oxalate.
Yeah.
So it forms these crystals.
Oh, I see what they look like.
Yeah. So if they're small enough, the doctors will say there's no point in you going through a procedure. Just you have to let them out on your own.
Yeah.
Is that stomach?
No, that's a kidney,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah,
That's a
gotta
kidney. That's a kidney.
So that's
And you have to pass it
Ow.
out
go- Yeah. The worst,
from going number 1, from going pee. Yeah, that's how you pass it out.
the worst part. The worst part is when it gets large to the point that it gets stuck. That's when you gotta get a surgery removed.
Oh.
Yeah, because then you can't go to the bathroom, and that's dangerous.
So it'll like block you midstream.
Yeah.
Not necessarily midstream, but say you try to
They-
go to the bathroom and it's already stuck, and
Yeah.
you won't be able to go to the bathroom.
Ow.
One way to stop it, one way to pause it, one way to set it back. Just stay hydrated. Stay hydrated. Stay hydrated, and you should be fine.
So
What was
is
he
this,
saying? Did he add anything else?
He said eventually you'll hear a tink in the toilet.
Oh. I dropped my keys.
Someone actually, like, some of the health accounts that I follow on Instagram, they'll share stuff like that, like what is a kidney stone, how do you prevent this, blah blah blah. And someone actually showed like what they passed, and it looks so small in your hand,
Oh, but that
but
would
it
hurt
hurts,
so
right? It's
bad
so painful.
because it's such a small area. Like to actually
Yeah.
pee it out. Listen, like we're all adults here, except for
And it's not a
Vanessa.
smooth round ball. It's like
No,
barb.
it's
Yeah.
pointy.
It's like
It's,
But I was gonna say like your urethra is very small. Like the
Yeah.
tunnel is just so small.
the whole process is painful.
So even I can imagine that even if it was like
Can I ask 3 would you rather
like-
questions?
What?
Can I ask
like imagine the
3
thickness
would
of a
you rather
dime,
questions?
and
I
then
know,
imagine
I know,
that
I
in like
know.
a circular,
Can you what?
like a
3 would
spherical
you rather
shape.
questions.
Yeah.
Yeah,
go
I
ahead.
get
I
it.
feel like that would just absolutely hurt.
Well, that's the same for I think gallbladders. Gallbladders give you stones too. Isn't that what Mom had?
Yeah. Yes, she did.
I don't
Yeah,
know
she had
how
to get-
that like.
But she also had to
whatever.
get her gallbladder removed. You can't get your. Can you get a kidney removed
Of course, you can get a kidney removed
with like no problem?
and replaced. You can live with only 1 kidney. You don't need 2. You can live with only 1.
It's better
Really?
with 2.
You could live with half of 1. It's just hard. Like you don't filter as much. Like there's things you need to do, extra steps you need to do.
Oh,
Oh shit.
But you could live with only 1 kidney.
before I ask the 3 would you rather questions, I need to tell you something because we're talking about the insides. But there was this kid that loves to wrestle and stuff, and like he's really strong, and he's only like 10. So he like has a rotten thing in his stomach, an organ or something. So there's a very special lady in the hospital right beside them that spared one of their
Kidneys?
yeah
The mics are hot
to give to the kid.
because that sounded
And
crisp.
the kid was so nervous to meet her. She was shaking. Okay. 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 First, would you rather? And this is also for you. Would you?
Random surgery. I had
Not surgery. Random story, Aaron.
I mean, random story. I had surgery on my, well, you know, when I was a little kid, couldn't pee for 2 weeks due to the pain.
Oh no.
Was this like, did you get into it? Like, did something happen to you, like accidentally, or?
Oh, hopefully not intentional.
Well, it could have been. It could have been a circumcision.
Some kids do stupid things sometimes. I don't know.
Some kids.
It could have been a
eat glue.
circumcision.
Some kids eat glue.
Some kids eat glue. Hole was too small. Oh, I've heard of that before.
Oh yeah. Okay. Then yeah.
We know people who've had that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather?
I can imagine that's painful. I can only imagine.
I was gonna say, could you imagine?
No, I
'Cause
cannot
can't
actually
even
imagine.
and I have one.
Would you rather drink the ocean or eat all the sand?
So drink the whole ocean.
Or eat all the sand?
Which ocean?
But which ocean? Wow.
This ocean.
This ocean, there's more than one.
Eat the sand off of what though? Like which? Like are we talking about in a sandbox or which?
No, the ocean sand. The beach sand.
Which beach?
The beaches here are not ocean.
Oh my god.
The most you'll get is a lake.
Okay. Any ocean and any sand. But it has to be
Or are we talking the
all-
puddle at the end of the driveway?
You're-
So are we talking like drink the water from every ocean on the
no,
planet?
One whole entire ocean or eat all of the sand.
Okay, but all of the sand on the planet?
No, all of the sand on one of the beaches.
Okay, so not actually in the ocean, just the
Not
sand on the
actu-
beach.
Yes.
Okay, I'll eat the sand on the beach
I was
then.
gonna say I'm gonna go with the sand.
Do you know how many people do their business in ocean water?
Blizzard
And the
doesn't
fish?
exist.
And the fish? Do you know how much dead fish is in that water and you're going to drink that water?
Do you know how many dogs, raccoons, squirrels, rats, mice walk on sand?
Yeah, but that's a quicker job. I'll eat that. She's talking about only the sand that's visible on the beach. I will eat that rather than drink all that water in the ocean.
The sand goes all the way until China. So looks like you're gonna eat all the way until China. Anyways, next question. Would you have a really, really old-fashioned car and a Lambo and a Porsche, or would you have over 10
What's a Lambo?
a Lamborghini,
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
or would you have over $10 million?
10 mil.
10 mil.
Yeah, 10 mil.
Okay. Now the last and final.
Oh, such a content. Okay.
Now the last and final question. You might be a little bit. What am I going to choose? Because it is about death.
Oh shit.
Would you rather die by getting attacked by a tiger, a lion, or getting attacked by a brown bear?
Bear.
A bear, I think.
Bear.
What would you pick?
Easily bear. They smack the shit out of you. A smack will just snap your neck. You'll be dead in an instant. A tiger, they'd
A
probably just
lion
try.
will play with their food.
Yeah. Because they'll smack you across the face, and they are strong.
They're both horrific.
I know, but I'd rather get smacked in the face, and then I'm done, than and then it just
I
starts
don't
trying
think
to.
it sounds like that.
It
That
starts
was more
trying to
like
tear my
panther.
insides out.
That was more panther.
Or
I'm going to have to say bear.
Yeah, I think bear.
Would you rather know when you die or how you die?
Oh.
How?
How?
I would rather know when. I don't want to know how.
No, when, so I can live out that time. And
Exactly.
do all the things on my bucket list before I die.
How?
Like,
what's
are
on
you
your
60?
bucket list?
Are you
Like,
60 or are you, I don't know, how old are you?
What
I have
is
a
on
bucket
your-
list. Yes, I have
So-
a bucket list.
Why not just pretend it's tomorrow?
Oh, God, are you going to throw a fucking quote at us right now? Live like you're going to die tomorrow.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, Racky? What's wrong with you, Rack? There is no tomorrow.
Guess what?
There is no tomorrow. What the hell is wrong with you, man?
I'm gonna go to Niagara Falls.
You've done that already.
Yeah, like
No.
100 times.
No, I'm gonna go to Niagara Falls biking.
You're going to bike all the way to Niagara Falls?
Yes.
In this weather?
That's your bucket list?
Yes.
Girl, I think you need to rewrite your bucket list.
That's one of the things on my bucket
That's not
list.
even a bucket
Okay.
list. It's just a pale list.
And then
That's a very small
I'll
list.
tell you one more thing on my bucket list.
Okay.
Parachute.
You're ballsy.
That is something that I would love to do.
No, thank you.
Skydiving?
Nick wants to do it so bad, and he's looking for people to go because
I want to go so
refuse.
bad.
I will not go
I
with
want
him.
to. I would go skydiving in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I won't go with
In
him.
a heartbeat, I would go skydiving because that's something that I feel like I want to experience. Like, you know, if I'm
I don't know. That
scared
sounded more like
shitless-
the lady on the corner than a tiger.
Can I tell you? Can I tell you a story on how I got? Never mind.
Okay. So, but like skydiving is one of those things I feel like I have to experience because like when you think about it, you can be scared of it or you can either think you're scared of it or think you're not scared of it. But in the moment, you're gonna feel a completely different way. I want to know what it feels like to jump out of a plane at some odd 1,000 feet and just haul ass into the planet. Like I know that obviously. Like I know
I
that
have
obvi-
issues with ladders. You and me
Oh,
both made the
trust
axe.
me, I have many issues with heights, but I want to be able to do that just so I can say like I did it. Like
No,
I went
thanks.
skydiving. I'm scared
pass.
of being on a roof, but I went skydiving.
Hard pass.
That's like being scared of snakes and then drinking venom.
Do you guys ever feel like a time where there's nothing in your head? Nothing.
Yep.
No, your brain is always working. Did you know that?
No, they're like
Even when you think it's not.
you just stare. Don't you have a time where you just stare anywhere and you're like, just don't think about anything. You can't, like, nothing's going on in your head right now.
Whenever I shower.
When I shower, I think of ideas.
When I shower, everybody has shower thoughts. When I shower, I'll be like, okay, scrub a dub dub.
You still think though.
That
Thanks for
tile
grub.
is just that
Yeah, you go.
tile is just off. And then from there it'll just go blank. And then I'll be like,
Tiles are made from clay. Clay uses paint.
no,
That's
and
not
then,
accurate.
and then
but,
from
you
there,
get
yeah,
my point.
clay doesn't use paint.
You get my point.
And paint's made from sand, and sand is what we have to eat in order to survive, and we also have to dig to China. Chinese people. So tiles, Chinese people, same thing. No, but like that's what'll happen. If I'm in the shower and I take longer than normal, it's because I'm staring into the shower head.
Did you know one time I was in the shower, I was thinking about my day, I was thinking about how I was, and I decided to do something where I would dance every time the water sprayed on me. And that gave me an idea.
You're
Why-
dancing the entire shower.
But okay, anyways. But when I turn off the water to conditioner my hair, then I don't dance. Think about that.
You turn the water off.
To condition my hair, yeah. You've been doing it wrong your whole entire life.
So you're telling me that you shampoo your hair, you rinse out the shampoo,
Yeah.
you turn the water off,
Yeah.
condition your hair, then turn that on.
Yes, and then put it back on me. After I comb it out.
Do you do that?
No.
I do it.
You're doing it wrong.
No, I'm not.
Dad, do you ever turn the water off mid-shower for any reason whatsoever other than to get out, to finish your shower? Like to be done?
Maybe X said, dude gonna be staring into the shower head and y'all gonna find him drowning one day.
Yeah, and I'm only going to realize when they like resuscitate me. Like I'm just going to be like, "Oh shit. What was I thinking about?
Oh yeah, the Chinese people.
Chinese people." You know what? Now that I'm thinking about Chinese people, I want Chinese food.
Oh my
This is
god,
where
I
it
would love
starts.
Chinese
Yeah.
food.
Yo,
I want my
the
Chinese
noodles would
noodles.
be bomb right now.
Oh
Or
my god.
chicken fried rice.
Oh my god, I'm getting Chinese food later.
What's your
I am.
favorite- what's your
Assuming they're
favorite
still
color?
open.
My favorite color?
Yeah.
Pink. No, purple. It's purple, pink.
Black.
Okay, that's better.
Like my soul.
Black is in a color.
So on this 14th,
Army shower, get wet, turn off, lather up, turn on, rinse off.
What?
Were you in the army? You should be able to shower fast enough to where you shouldn't need to turn off the water.
Just no.
Like, if you need to turn off the water mid-shower, you take way too long to shower.
Okay, wait, back to my story.
How long do you take in the shower for it? You need
No,
to
not
turn off the
necessarily.
water?
She doesn't. No, it's called being conservative because that's technically trailer etiquette. What she's talking about. That's technically trailer etiquette. You don't leave water running. If you're gonna wash something, like if you're gonna be washing dishes in a trailer, for example, You turn on the water to get all the like dishes wet or whatever. Then you turn off the water. You wash everything with the sponge and the soap. Wash everything in the sink, and then you only turn the water on when you're rinsing all the soap and stuff off.
Yeah.
Or like basically like that. Then when you're taking a shower,
Okay,
you're just
but
gonna
what
wet your
makes-
body, turn it off, wash your hair and wash your body, and then turn the
Okay,
water back on
but
to
it doesn't-
rinse yourself off.
But it doesn't make sense because she's showering with the water on. the only time that she turns the water off is to put the conditioner in her hair.
Listen, why
That's
I do
why I'm
that?
like, what?
You know why I do that?
I don't know why.
She's getting serious. Look at her hands. Look at her
I'll
hands.
explain it now, okay? This is me kindergarten. This is me now, okay? Kindergarten teacher
Yes.
said there's a tank full of water, okay?
Yes.
And when you waste too much water,
Yes.
That's
how big
RV etiquette.
this is how big the tank is. When you waste all the water, it goes like this. And you have no more water to wash your hands, have good dishes. So that's why I do that. From then,
Your kindergarten teacher taught you RV
Yeah.
etiquette. My kindergarten teacher had me drawing smiley faces.
Does your kindergarten teacher live in a trailer?
my kindergarten teacher lives in a home.
Okay, it could be a trailer home.
How old is she?
83. That explains it.
I'm gonna say old enough.
Oh my god.
Why so serious? She got really invested into that
Very
one.
into it.
Did you know?
The
did
tank is big.
the tank
See how much water's in this bottle now?
Ow.
That's only there
Your
because
shoulder
I
too?
turned the water off.
Yeah.
You literally just looked like Dad in his stream earlier. He got raided and he's like, "Oh my god, thank you for the raid." Ow, my shoulder.
Yeah, because I
Hey,
pointed.
how you guys doing? Ow, my shoulder.
Achoo! I'm gonna sneeze.
Ow.
Because I pointed at the monitor. I go, "What just happened?" And when I went up fast, and oh my god, my shoulder popped. Even now, I was gonna do something with Vanessa, and I'm in pain again because I don't know what I did with her, and I popped my shoulder.
Oh, okay.
You popped it like a poppet?
So I can move, like the pain is gone as long as I move slowly. Like the injections worked, but I need to be,
It's the quick movements. that
I need
hurt.
to think before I move my arm, how to move my arm. Before I couldn't even move it at all.
Sorry,
Duh.
Baby X. I don't mean to laugh at you.
What?
Earlier,
He said my damn back popped from a sneeze yesterday.
Oh, don't even get me started on that.
you know what? That happens a lot to me.
Yeah,
I'll
don't even.
sneeze and I'll just randomly hear like, wow, that
That was so
sucked.
underwhelming.
Yeah, don't even get me started with that.
There we go.
It happens to me all the time.
Dad, when I say story time, can you go blah, blah, blah?
No, we're gonna go. It's time's up.
Yeah, time is technically
How long
up.
is your podcast?
1 hour.
Okay, let's go.
Hey, okay, let's go.
Okay, Vanessa, quick question before we leave. What's longer, an hour or 60 minutes?
An hour.
Why?
Same. It's the same.
There we go. Okay.
Oh, you
What-
knew. Good job. Okay, Vanessa. What's heavier, a pound of feathers or a pound of rocks?
I hate you. I was about to say that.
A pound of rocks.
Why?
Are you sure?
If I throw a feather at you, you won't get the wind knocked out of you won't lose your thoughts.
You won't.
But if I
She said you won't lose your thoughts.
Oh,
You won't
shit.
lose your thoughts. That's what she just said.
If I throw a rock at you, you're gonna die and lose all your thoughts.
Okay, but my question
I
was,
just had $1 million idea.
my
Why would you
question
do that?
was, is a pound of feathers heavier or a pound of rocks?
They're the same.
Okay, so you understood it the second time I asked you. Okay, because I said a pound for each.
That's controversial.
Ah, for fuck's sakes.
All right, guys.
That was very rude of you. to just
Thank
comment.
you for coming to the podcast. We'll see you next time.